Hey folks, it's Pastor Brian Anderson, and we come today to some of the hard sayings of Jesus Christ. We're going to be in Matthew chapter 16, verses 24 to 27. And in verse 24, Jesus says, "If anyone wishes to come after me, he must deny himself and take up his cross and follow me." So, radical call of Christ. If you want to come after me, you've got to deny yourself. You've got to take up your cross, the instrument of torture and death, and you've got to follow me, follow in my footsteps. Now, what in the world would ever motivate someone to be willing to take that kind of a radical step, radical lifestyle change? Well, I believe Jesus gives us the answer in 3 verses. He says the same thing in 3 different ways, in verse 25, then verse 26, then verse 27. So let's take a look at it. Verse 25 says, "For whoever wishes to save his life," the word life also means soul, to save his soul, will lose it. "But whoever loses his life or his soul for my sake will find it." You find your soul. That's the reason somebody would be willing to take this radical step of following Jesus, even if it means death. He finds his soul. He gains his life. Now, the opposite is also true. If he refuses to deny himself, take up his cross, and follow Jesus, he's going to lose his soul. Next verse, 26. "For what will it profit a man if he gains the whole world and forfeits his soul? Or what will a man give in exchange for his soul?" Do you notice Jesus is saying the same thing again in slightly different language? He says, you can refuse to deny yourself and take up your cross, and you can gain the whole world by doing that, but what have you really got in the end? You've forfeited your soul. It's gone. You've lost it. You've lost your soul forever. And then in verse 27, "For the Son of Man is going to come in the glory of his Father with his angels, and will repay every man according to his deeds." So when Jesus Christ returns, he's going to repay every man according to his deeds. In other words, Jesus is going to be the king who will sit as judge. All men will be brought before him. He will pronounce judgment upon all men, and he will repay those who have refused to deny themselves, take up their cross, and follow him, and they will be repaid forever in hell because they have forsaken the Lord Jesus Christ. But those who have followed him faithfully will be received into his eternal kingdom. So it's another way of saying you're going to lose your soul. That's what's at stake here. If you won't deny yourself, take up your cross, you'll lose your soul. If you will deny yourself and take up your cross, you'll gain your life and you'll have everlasting rewards. So here's the real question. Are you going to live for now or eternity? If you live for now, you can save your life now. You can gain the whole world now. You can get out of denying yourself and taking up your cross and following Jesus, but you're going to lose your soul and be repaid in hell forever. That's one option. Or you can live for eternity. And that means that you'll deny yourself now. You'll take up your cross now. You'll follow Jesus now. You'll save your soul now. And you'll spend eternity in the presence of Christ in glory. So it's your choice. Do you want the comfort and enjoyment of 70 or 80 years? Or do you want the spiritual joys of being with Jesus Christ in heaven for all eternity? You can either avoid misery and anguish for 70 or 80 years, or you can avoid misery and anguish forever, for all eternity. So I hope you will decide that living for now and for this world and for the present comfort and the present pleasure of this world is absolutely foolish, but that living for eternity is a very, very wise thing indeed. May God lead you to embrace Jesus Christ, to deny yourself, take up your cross, and follow him for the rest of your life, because everlasting joys await you. May God richly bless you.